Sorry to have indulged my own self on this show when I shouldn't have, but it was just so delightful. Viewers, I need to move on because there is a story that we need to talk about, and it so sums up the pitiable condition with which we have to put up with horrible, absolutely horrible physical infrastructure in our cities, viewers. You may find it strange, but we have it from no less than the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka that London and Bengaluru have more in common than not, at least when it comes to the state of traffic congestion. You could have said, yes, they have a lot in common with regards to IQ. I would say Bengaluru far exceeds. You could have said the number of dollar billionaires, perhaps we would have been at par. But traffic congestion, viewers, is a bit of a stretch. DK Shivakumar, Deputy Chief Minister, says, and I quote, how to sort out the traffic congestion. He was answering a question, how to sort out the traffic problem. Even in London, they have to travel if they don't use public transport, if they are in the car for 3 hours. Even in Delhi, 1.5 hours from the airport to the parliament, and you need 1.5 hours to travel. But Bengaluru is making more noise than Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad or whatever they said, because we are very free to all our friends and our social media is picking up, unquote, viewers. So DK Shivakumar may not be entirely wrong, viewers. I'll concede central London is packed largely because there are strict entry regulations and hefty access charges, and thus it can take a long time to negotiate its narrow streets, which were built 300 years ago. But to make a comparison is to be highly tendentious with the facts. Unlike London, traffic slows in Bengaluru because of potholes, poor drainage, flooding, traffic mismanagement, garbage, dug up roads and bylanes, and general lack of planning and options. Which is why surveys place Bengaluru at number 3 in the global rankings for traffic congestion. Bengaluru clinched this third spot globally on the slowest moving city index. Average city centre travel time of 34 minutes and 10 seconds per 10 kilometers. Bengaluru's time is 50 seconds slower than last year even. The biggest year-over-year increase among the top 5 cities. The source is the 14 TomTom traffic index, viewers. Not just surveyors, but Bengaluru has drawn complaints from prominent residents, including former Infosys CFO Mohandas Pai is going to be joining us on this show. Biocon chairperson Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, as well as companies like Blackbuck, which cited commuting challenges as a reason to move offices from Bengaluru's outer ring road. Shivakumar's analogy could be an attempt at diverting from the issue of misgovernance. It makes a mockery, citizens' pain, and worse, suggests that apathy is Congress's guarantee, viewers. I want to begin this conversation by going straight across to Mohandas Pai. Okay, we don't quite have him right now. Okay, we've lost him. Though he did speak to us, viewers. Nonetheless, I just want to quickly go across to Mr. Sanjay Jha on this point. So Sanjay Jha, what a Dulali comparison is this? This is absolutely absurd. It's bizarre. We are mocking the pain of the citizens. Some of them are individuals who are speaking out. Not only Mohandas Pai has spoken out, but you have a very big company that decided to move offices. You have Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. I mean, come on, can we get away by making such, to use a traffic expression, diversion?
Okay, Rahul, I believe it's a very serious issue. Let me answer you very quickly. Firstly, Bangalore or Bengaluru has had a notorious reputation for bad traffic for a long time over successive governments. So stop targeting the Congress party, which seems to be the fetish of many people, but you're free to do that. The larger issue is that urban infrastructure is a massive problem. I think everybody who lives in Gurgaon is aware, or Gurugram is aware of I saw the pictures on social media, and it was like horrific to see how long that jam was. Right? We did not blame Narendra Modi on your program on that particular day, unfortunately. The larger problem that we have is corruption across the government that we have in power. You have seen airports, you have seen trains, you have seen the number of highways recently inaugurated that have collapsed, that have got nothing to do with the Congress. So I think it's a larger issue of political malfeasance, slothful governance, poor, shall we say, civic amenities being done by the engineers who have been given the task, and a minting of money by those who have been given the private contracts.
Okay.
It's a problem that we all face.
Is this a fairly well-known problem, sir? This minting of money, fairly well-known problem?
I think there is enough on record to suggest that we are one of
How
the
many
most
years
corrupt
has the
countries
Congress
in the
been in
world.
power now
And
in
we know which
Karnataka? If
party
they know
has
this
been in
open
power for the
secret,
last
what are they
11
doing
years?
about it, viewers? Or are some of their own people on the take? I mean, by now, viewers, if you knew there was an obvious...
We know who has been in power for the last 11 years.
Okay, that doesn't matter. I'm asking you, sir. You came out with solutions. You won an election promising guarantees to change the lives of ordinary citizens.
Sure.
The BJP was punished. They lost the election. You've been in power for 3 years now, sir. And you know that there is corruption rampant. You yourself are saying it's a well-known thing. Has anyone gone to jail?
Well, Rahul, let me tell you, you're talking about companies leaving Bengaluru. Look at the number of millionaires, dollar millionaires who are leaving India. That's a bigger problem. Look at the people leaving India.
Checked,
that's the
my
biggest
dear friend
problem we should worry
Sanjay, the
about.
last I checked, it was Congress party in government in Karnataka, and the Congress had won with absolute mandate promising people of Karnataka change. But look at what DK Shivakumar says, and I quote DK Shivakumar, have moved heaven and earth, but mafias are not allowing us to solve garbage issues and pothole issues. Bangalore under Congress has become the second slowest city, with every 10 kilometers taking 30 minutes. Because of this, 43,439 road accidents have taken place in Karnataka, with rise of 30.3% in the roads of Bengaluru. And the Congress party here is saying that it is helpless, it cannot do anything. So which is that invisible hand which is preventing the deputy chief minister and the chief minister in Karnataka from acting? It is Mr. Rahul Gandhi, because they are experts of corruption. So they will have money to increase the salaries of the MLAs. They will have time to fight musical chairs between who will be the next chief minister, between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, but they do not have time to fix the pothole problem.
Yes.
If you cannot do it, leave the government and we will do it. Leave the government and we will do it in 1 year.
Okay, just one small point I want to make to all you gentlemen. Look, I began by saying, this urban rot cuts across all states, all governments. They're all taking you for a ride, viewers. Toll cess, this cess, license cess, car running cess, they give you nothing in return. Petrol pe to cess hi cess hai. Especially at the state level, viewers.
And BJP
and
is the maximum
don't make this about
states.
BJP. Sanjay Jha, come on. You live in Bombay. You live in Bombay, for God's sake, sir. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, you've also been in power in Bombay.
Sanjay lives in one of the most high-end apartments. He's not seen the hinterland. I would appeal to my dear friend Sanjay, who's a very good friend, to take a flight to Bengaluru and see the situation there. He's living in a good place because it's the BJP government.
Just a minute. I just want to say one thing, viewers. Look, we can get into a standard tu-tu-me-me fight here. One person points a finger at the other. The fact is, you judge a government by the change it brings in. Isn't it, Dr. Ranganathan? You judge a government by the change it brings in. It's easy to criticize, but when you wear the shoe, when you wear that cap, you've got to deliver. Now, you don't make others wear the cap.
Rahul, thank you. And the reason why I normally wouldn't implore you to, make me say what I want to say. But here, the problem with the other two panelists is, although of course they're very dear friends, but they are taking sides of their respective parties. When my good friend Pradeep says, look at the situation in Karnataka, I tell him, look at the situation in BJP ruled states. It is a catastrophe. Absolutely. And Mohan has just joined us. Yeah. I mean, not a day goes by when in the morning he tweets, about the situation in Bangalore. And in the evening, he comes back and he sees all those comments. So this is party agnostic, as you said. The problem with BJP, I'll tell you what the problem with BJP is. BJP is excellent at creating infrastructure, but large infrastructure. They have constructed magnificent rail lines, airports, just yesterday, highways, incredible. But when it comes to last mile connectivity, when it comes to internal roads, when it comes to, the infrastructure that the urban people, most of them taxpayers pay, it is worse than Congress or as bad as Congress. Every time, believe me, I'm a non-violent man, but every time I pass 7 racecourse roads or Lok Tilak, whatever it is called now.
Lok
the
Kalyan. Lok Kalyan.
Lok Kalyan Marg, I want to carry a shovel and a pickaxe, and I want to create potholes outside on that road because I want the Prime Minister to suffer what we are suffering. And one of the reasons why Pradeep, I still admire Pradeep right now because he's young. He's not taken into that skin of the old politician. Soon, right now he's staying in the places where we stay in Delhi. But soon, 10 years time, he's going to progress and stay in Lutyens, Delhi. He won't give a RA to what we are suffering. This is the problem with politicians.
Yeah, very quickly, Pradeep Bhandari, and I want to bring in Mr. Mohandas Pai. He's the man who lives there. So I'm going to get his perspective.
Well, I understand the sentiment of Anand, but the truth is that the cities which are governed by the Bharatiya Janata Party are seeing the fastest rate of change. Like you saw a massive change in urban infrastructure at scale, I guarantee you in writing, Mr. Ranganathan, in the next 10 years, you will see a massive transformation of our cities, which are happening at a faster pace. We are not passing the buck like the Congress party. There is no mafia here.
One second. 10 years also, it's been BJP in Gurgaon.
What is
10
have
years.
you seen the Minto Bridge?
No, 1 second.
Before we came to power in Delhi,
10 years,
you had
10 years.
Minto
One
Bridge
second,
being
one second,
flooded.
10
I
years,
challenge
10
my dear
years,
friend
10
Anand
years,
to
10
take
years.
his car to the Minto Bridge and IQ and he will be proud about
10
it.
years have already passed. A decade has passed. Gurgaon is still, you know where it is, viewers. We just saw those pictures. Anyhow, I don't want to get, as I said, viewers, I don't want stump speeches. That's the last thing we want. It's telling you very clearly that even the alternative is not doing any better. The Congress is actually in a pothole. But I want to bring in Mr. Pai. Mr. Pai, what do you make of this statement by DK Shivakumar? Is he right?
Well, I think the analogy is long. I've been to London many times. I'm sure he has been there. There is congestion, but the traffic is well managed. There are no potholes there. There is much more discipline on the London streets. And they've got a very well managed traffic system. The congestion is not as bad as Bangalore. Bangalore in the outer ring road, if you go, there's no hope. There are all kinds of traffic going all over the place. The road is not well done. There are multiple potholes and there is work going on in a very haphazard manner. So I don't think the comparison is apt or the comparison is the same. I mean, it is just to show people, the problem is there everywhere. And, we also have the problem, nothing unique. The uniqueness of the Bangalore problem is the mismanagement of the city. Is the fact that there are so many potholes which never seem to end. Is the fact that over the last 3-4 years, as the media says, about 7,000 crores have been spent on filling potholes, they never used to go away. And the deep corruption in the entire system, which keeps going multiple potholes, and there seems to be a pothole mafia, which is there to make sure potholes don't get filled, and the unending construction on the busiest road in Bangalore, which has more than 900,000 people working in technology in that one 20-kilometer road. So I think the analogy is not correct. And I think it's just trying to give it, just to say, hey, to trivialize what is happening in Bangalore.
Okay, look, I've run out of time on this section. No, I've run out of time on this section. We've heard a citizen's voice, and I want to just leave it at that, viewers. This is a Bengalurian speaking to the government there. I think he's made a point. It's a wrong analogy. Don't draw it. Don't mock the situation that Bangaloreans suffer every day. Just don't do it.